Hello, everybody. We're going to take a look at September one card readings for every sign for the month of September. And I want to qualify what I will focus on. How am I going to frame this reading? Because it's just one card. I want to focus on pulling a card for what mindset do I need right now to make the best of everything going on around me. Okay? So this reading for the full moon for month of September is going to be, what mindset do I need to help me navigate everything that's going on around me this month? Okay? So just going to shuffle and spread the cards. All right, let's first start with Aries. Aries. So for your card, for your mindset this month, you have the Queen of Wands. Pretty clear message there of taking charge. She has her hand on this leopard's head or cheetah's head. She's either petting the cat or she's in control of the cat. So think about who that is or what that is. Maybe that cat represents your own wild side, and she's definitely got control of it, on it. She's in charge of it. Maybe it represents someone else around you. Any other forces around you. Now, this woman is powerful. Look at her. So this means that your mindset for this month needs to be about positive leadership and positive taking charge. It would discourage, like the bad side of the Queen of Wands would be being just domineering and reactive and vain, like I'm the queen, you must bow to me regardless of what I'm doing. But the positive side would be, if you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're not being, I don't know, treated well, or people are frustrating you, or something's bugging you at work, would be to step back and say, how can I take charge of my part in this or my situation? Not controlling others, but taking charge of yourself. It could require you to step up and lead other people, as long as you're making sure that it's not a dominating other people, then you're safe to do it. So that's a pretty strong message. Get that little warrior side of you going, all right? Now, Taurus. Taurus, your mindset for the month needs to be the peace talks that we mentioned in the first part of the video. The moon in Libra. Talk it out. Listen to all sides. Mediate. Strive for a peaceful solution. Try not to be constantly bouncing back and forth or on the fence or weighing forever. Sit down at the table and try to calmly talk to whoever you need to talk to. Could be a sense of, making amends. Could be a sense of sitting down with someone you haven't seen in a while, or there was a bit of friction and you just clear the air. Doesn't have to be terribly heavy. Moon in Libra usually isn't terribly heavy. It could be sitting down with your boss at work and saying, what is it you really would like me to be doing or focusing on? Something hasn't been clear. But it's a peaceful negotiations kind of mindset that you need. Patience, yeah. Gemini. Your mindset for this month is the King of Cups. This talks about letting your emotions show more. If it's a couple, it's about showing your love and your romance. It's about stepping up to make a commitment. Yeah. It's about, having a passion and a loyalty for what you care about. So this month, I would say September's asking you to step up that game. If you've been on the fence, not sure, wishy-washy, waiting, for any kind of thing that really requires more involvement on your side emotionally or as a commitment, then this would be the time to step that up and open up and commit further and deeper than you have been. Wow. All right, Cancer. Justice. Lady Justice. Okay, Cancer, your mindset needs to be about staying calm and cool, diplomatic and fair. This is a legal card. This means to me you have to be willing to take something as far as the law if need be. So it's a time of, your mindset needs to be, I've thought it through, I've come to a rational decision, I've researched what the laws are, I've come to a fair conclusion or decision, or I've put something in writing, or I've launched something in motion officially. This is a card of legal documents. Could be getting a witness, could be a lease, it could be anything that you need to make official, do so. So that can also mean a month of, like, for the sake of making sure that things are just and fair for yourself and others, get things in writing, talk to somebody, have a witness if it's something like that. Have agreements, have contracts, don't just word of mouth it. Do things officially. Be official. Oh boy. Just feeling like September is going to be a whirlwind again for people. All right, Leo. Your mindset is a Leo card. The lust card or the strength card. Leo, this month, you should be thinking about passion, your passions. Think about what inspires you, what motivates you, what brings out the fire in you. This can be a card that leads to, love passion as well. It can also be the kind of passion that guides you to do really ambitious things. So this is a woman who's, riding bareback and naked on the lion and leaning back and drawing this essence from the sky or the universe. She knows how to tap into her deepest well of energy and trust it. So this to me means if you've got anything going on that you're inspired to do and you really believe in, this is like the card of go for it. Just go for it. Jump. If you've got the faith, jump in and do it with gusto. Virgo. All right, Virgo, you've got the Chariot. Lots of armor there. You could possibly be in a situation where you need some armor. You could be dealing with someone who has a lot of armor. You see the disc that he's holding on his lap, covering up his solar plexus. This sort of spinning disc or wheel looks like almost a force of the cosmos coming through like a portal. There's enormous will and strength in this charioteer, but we can't see his emotions or face. Could be a woman behind there too, but we're not being shown anything. There's a crab on the top of the helmet, suggesting Cancer, and there's these 4 horsemen, if you want to call it that, and they're not moving. So look at the enormous light behind him, the huge wheels, the disc of all of this powerful force coming through, and yet they're in a stall. So this card usually represents obstacles and trying to consolidate people to get them to work together and come on board together. So If I pulled this for myself as my mindset for the month, I would probably tell myself, okay, get ready for some opposition as I move forward. Get ready to protect myself mentally, emotionally, as I deal with certain difficult challenges or people. And go for it anyway. And always try, like, aware that there's going to be disagreements and trying your best to bring people together, but not killing yourself trying to please everyone either. It's like a big negotiating time. But it's still a card that says to keep pushing towards your goals, though. So you could experience some delays or stalls or frustrations. And you don't want to have such an armor that nothing affects you either. But there is a need for some protection in the situation you're going into. So have your allies around you. Libra. Libra. The pleasure card. Well, couldn't have picked a better one for you, could we now? 6 of Cups. All the cups are glowing. The waters are deep. The flowers are golden. Everything's healthy. And it's floating above a very deep ocean. So there's lots of people around you. Looks like a more social month. I would say as a mindset, if you're talking about pleasure, should be your mindset. Okay. So focus on, because this card is Scorpio, I would say focus on the things that give you emotional pleasure. You know, we're not talking just about, well, it's pleasurable to eat chocolate. Yeah. It can be some of the sensual pleasures, like, I don't know, it's getting cooler. Maybe you've got a nice fuzzy bathrobe or something that you love. The sensual tactile pleasures, yeah. But also think about the deeper thing that would bring you some pleasure. Ask yourself more, what would satisfy me? Satiety. What would satisfy me spiritually, emotionally? And that'll take a little bit of thinking to figure out maybe what that would be. But I'm going to say, because, you know, it's cups, that it would probably be around deepening some of your relationships and friendships, that you'll find that satisfaction. All right, Scorpio. So we have the Prince of Wands. So as you see, this is a bold prince. He's got lots of confidence. He does not look like he's even hanging on to this tiny platform, and the lion who's pulling his carriage looks like he's running. And he's like, yeah, I got this. I'll be fine. So the mindset then for you, Scorpio, this month would be approach things with full confidence. Approach things with boldness and confidence. Take some risks. Show up. Do things sort of fiery and more quickly than usual, maybe. This guy would just sort of breeze in and arrive at the scene, and here I am, world, and show me what to do. Let's go. So avoiding hesitation, you know, full confidence mode. Ask yourself this as your mindset. When I'm really confident, when I've been really confident about something in the past, how have I acted? And try to remember times when you've felt super confident, and try to mimic it if you're in a situation now. Bring it out of yourself. So bolder, quicker, more confidence. Sagittarius. All right. Oh, the Universe card. So you're coming to the close of a chapter. You're evaluating a chapter of your life. Maybe you've been in this for a while, but September continues this feeling of reviewing your life, deciding what's coming to an end, and figuring out, what to do next with all of these myriad of things that you might be weighing. If you feel you've already weighed a lot of stuff out, then sometimes the universe means you get to live just this really nice culmination point where you feel very good in your skin, confident, at peace, nothing much to worry about. It's the end of a chapter. You're not quite sure what the next one is, but you're content for now. That's where it's going with the universe card. Before we get the kickstart or the vision of like, okay, now what? There's a period of like, check. Okay, I decided this. I've let go of that. I want this really. I really want that. This not anymore. I'm good with this. That ended. I'm okay. I've made amends. This, forget it. It's not possible. It's like a reordering of your whole life with the universe card usually. So some people can be in this universe feeling of evaluating for a couple of years, honestly. The universe being the end of a chapter, it's not overnight that you go, okay, it's over. Well, no, but once you've evaluated and you've started the process of letting go and simplifying and moving forward, then you start to feel really good about the process of like, okay, I'm deciding and I'm feeling like I'm creating some space and some room inside me because I've decided to let things go. So not always easy, but pretty decent month if you look at your month in terms of closure of a chapter of your life. Capricorn. All right, your card is 2 of Wands. Mars and Aries. We have Mars and Aries in the skies this month. Just finishing off. And it squares off with Capricorn planets. So this actually would bring you some conflict. As far as a mindset, though, what should be your mindset? Well, I'm not going to tell people your mindset should be to argue or to fight. But it would be a message to me of fight if necessary, not just for argument's sake. Stand up if you need to. It's sort of like a card of pick your battles. If it's really important, you do it and you do it full on. But if it's minor and it's just reactive and it's just frustration or it's just picking on things and it's not really addressing a core problem or issue or something about fairness, safety, something worth, then no, don't pick arguments or fights. Try to, see where this is coming from. And Mars and Aries, like I said, in the good side can be spontaneous and risk-taking and warrior-like in good ways too. But it's using that energy to fight the right battles. You'll have to think about this month, is this the battle that's worth fighting or not? And if it is, then you go for it. Be as fierce as you need to if it's about something you care about enough that's really that important, then you do it. Yeah. Hang in there this month then, Capricorn, because it's a bit intense for Capricorns and Libras and Cancers, because those are the signs where the planets are squaring off again. All right, Aquarius. I don't know why I do that every time, but I do. All right, Aquarius, your card is the 9 of Wands, Strength. However, this Strength card is actually about sort of keeping things in check that you've already built. It's like, this is the card of, you have a strong fortress, but you have to defend the fortress. It's not just sitting there all safe and fine. It's still wands. There's still arrows being shot. There's still competition. There's maybe not attacking, but there's still competition or yeah, maybe opposition. But as you see right in this card, you know, the sun is at the top, and that one wand is strong enough to hold the others at bay. But you got to ask yourself, how long can one wand keep 8 more at bay? So defending yourself, got to be careful with that advice. You know, defending yourself, you don't want to become defensive at every little thing that happens. You got to know, what is it that I'm preserving? What is it that I'm fighting for here? What is worth fighting for? Sort of similar to Capricorn, but in a different way. Their card is more volatile. This card is more like you have this big, beautiful house and a heavy wooden doorway, and there's people on the other side of the door trying to push in, and you're the one like locking the door and putting your hand on the door like, you're not getting in here. This is my house. But there's still a bit of a push against you. So as I said, you don't want to become defensive, but you want to hold your ground and hold yourself and defend what you have already achieved, and don't let people push you back or put you down. And finally, Pisces. The Tower. Well, this full moon, because of its challenges, you may have a Tower moment. I hope not everybody will, but the Tower is when you've had multiple warnings about something that isn't working, and now something happens to force you to make a change. As a mindset, though, you know, I said, what is your mind? What mindset should you have for the month? So if the Tower were going to be my mindset, it would be more a case of take a look for what things have been accumulating and building up and bothering you. Take a look at the signs that things have not been working. Be ready for anything that needs to change. Be ready to accept things that need maybe to fall apart in order for things to change, and try to accept that in advance so that you can act. It doesn't mean everyone's having a catastrophe this month. You know, it's not how it works. Some of you will, and some of you might tell me in 3 months that happened, or 6 months that this happened. But there's something around when there's the Tower that says, this hasn't been working and you've been ignoring it, and now we're going to make it happen. For example, something seems funny with your car, but whatever, you keep driving it, it's fine, it's been going, but you get this funny feeling like, I don't know, there's something wrong with the car, but I'm not having a big problem with it, I'll just keep driving it as it is. And then all of a sudden it stalls, and you take it to be fixed, and they tell you you really need like a new transmission or something, and then you're like, no, well, it's fine, I fixed it again, we'll just drive it as long as I can, and you don't fix the transmission, let's say. And then along comes another episode, and you're told again, like, this car shouldn't be on the road for much longer, you should replace this, and you still go, oh no, it'll be fine. And then finally, the Tower moment would be, it just won't start. Bye-bye car. You missed the window to fix it. You need a new car. That's the Tower. You know, so whatever that is in your life, there's warnings. If you haven't had this moment yet, then just take a look around and be honest right now. Is there something that you can admit is bugging you, is not working well, has given you a funny bad feeling? And just pay attention to what they could be, and just be expecting for that thing to change. Yeah. All right. If anybody needs or would like a more personalized reading with me, I read online only right now during COVID times. It's just For me, it's just been actually really good to read online. It's working better because I don't know. I'm in my bubble and you're in your bubble, even though we're on a separate screen, and I can read actually better than sometimes I do in person. So for me, that's encouraging, and I hope it encourages you. You can consult me. You can email me at river.rain.info@gmail.com. You can check out my website, sign up for the newsletter at river-rain.com. All right, I wish you well, and I'll speak to you at the new moon.